Good morning, fisher people. I'm Alan Norris from Fish on TV. It's Thursday, the 30th of January. Just arrived at Lindholme Lakes. It's a cush day. Oh, it's just, it's because I've been studying the sun for a bit, but it was 0 degrees when I got here. Had to defrost the van. It's 1 degrees now. Bright. It's fairly calm at the minute. Sunshiny day. I'm here for the Qualifier 10 of the Ultimate Bomb and Feeder League at Lindholme Lakes. So I have had 3 near misses. I've had 3 seconds so far. I've got 3 rounds that got cancelled. I've still got those tickets, but I'm on a bit of a run in January. I've qualified for the Golden Rod. I've qualified for the Guru Feeder Cup. Can I make it a treble in 2025? Even better if it was just January. Let's get qualified for this final. It's another £10,000 first prize money if you win the final. So it's a big competition. Lots of people wanting to get to that final. Brilliant concept. Bomb and feeder is exactly what it is. You can use a feeder, you can use a bomb, you can use a catapult to feed, and you can feed by hand if you want to put little nuggets of ground bait or a few maggots or casters. You can throw them in by hand, which does help when it comes to this kind of fishing. Great concept. Doesn't take long to get ready. You're not lugging loads and loads of gear everywhere, even though we still take far too much to the bank. Where would I like to draw? Well, the last qualifier I came second on and I drew loco. I want to be on loco, I think. It's not fishing great, isn't loco, but there are some good silvers to be had on there. Whether I can catch like I was catching the last time, I was on peg 44. It's one of those pegs that may produce, may not. I had 15, just short of 15.5 pound. There was a blank the match before and there was a blank afterwards on the Saturday. I fished it the Thursday. On the Saturday there was another blank. So I think £22 won it last Thursday. I think 21 or 23 pounds won it on Tuesday. So still not a lot of weight coming out. Bonsai, unexpectedly, is probably fishing the best. I think £43 won the match the other day. So Bonsai, yeah, there's a few weights can be had out of there. I've just in my head I'm wanting loco. That's all I'm going to think about, loco, because I think the match that I fished the other day, I'll target those skimmers a little bit earlier, and I think it could be the way to go if you're on loco. It's looking lovely out there. Let's see how we get on today. So we'll see you guys at the draw. bit disappointed there. Benny's 53. No. But Stu Fotheringham blanked on it last week. Paul Wright did alright on Tuesday there, £28, but 40 come off, just short of 40, £38 come off peg 23. It's not where I want to be. I've been on that peg a few times. It ain't great, but obviously you've got to win your lake. I shall be doing my damnedest. Let's see how it goes, people. See you down on peg 53 Benny's. Right, we're all set up. We're fishing actually. They've started a little bit earlier, I think, have they? Let me just have a look. Yeah, I think they are actually. Right, peg 53. It's a very similar spot to where I've been before. As you can see, peg 23 there. We've got Chris Williams here, we've got Tony on there. We've got Mara just here next to me, he's always here. And Dave Hiley, the Fishmanian champion. So in good company. Plan. Now I fished the other day, but it wasn't as cold as this, and I ended up catching on the method. But it's different today. So from here I've set quite a bit back, so I've got my 12-foot rod up to try and chuck towards where the fish are. Excuse me. So I'm going to be casting a bomb around out there to start with. If I get a few liners, or I've had a fish, I'm clipped up now, and I'm going to keep working out a little bit until I hopefully find some fish. And then if I found some fish, that is where I'll stay. Maybe move left and right a little bit as the match goes on, and hopefully snare a few F1s and maybe carp. So I've just got popped up red at the minute. Well, I think it sinks, but it might be popped up. And at 18-19 metres, I've not stuck it up actually. I've set a skimmer line up as well, because last time I was here, the last twice, I've actually had a £3 F1 off the skimmer line, plus some skimmers as well. So that line's produced me about £5 or £6, maybe a bit more. I've not had a great run with skimmers on here, but I know they're in here. It's just a case of nailing some good skimmers and F1s as well on that line. So I've put it in. I won't be touching it for a while. I've set a really positive line up that's got loads of little particles and whatever, and then another one that's not so negative, so we'll see what it's like on the day. And that's at 18 and 19 metres. Ice. Can you believe it? It's just moved. My peg was full of ice, but this wind has got up and it's just starting to disappear now. So when I got here, I was like, typical. Back to the crap troughs. But I'm not thrilled with this peg. Benny's could fish really difficult, and I think if you get it right, I'm guessing, I mean £38 won it the other day. Will it produce that today? I'm not so sure. I think £28, £30 will do the match today on this lake. You've got to win this lake, so I think £30 a decent target. But you just never know. Somebody lands a couple of them big 16-pounders, and they're in here. Somebody had one the other day. Nicky French had one, £16, and they are in here. And usually they catch them on double corn or bread at this time of year. So let's see how we get on. We'll see you guys during the match. I've been out on the corn, and then I've gone on with for nothing, and then I've gone out on the method. I've had 5 casts long where I think the fish might be. Basically to put some bait there, not had a liner or anything. I'm clipped up, and then I've just gone onto my skimmer line, and I've had one about £2, and then this one, I don't know, it'll be about 8 to 10 ounce. But Chris next door, ironically, there we go, he's been chucking into an area where you can catch, but I wasn't holding my breath for him, to be honest. And he's on a maggot feeder, the Preston maggot feeder, and he's just had one about £5 and one about the same, £5 or £6. he's doing the best. Peg 4 and had 1. And I've not seen it. I've only seen myself, Chris at the side of me, and Peg 4 catch. Not seeing anybody else catch anything. It's fishing absolutely rock hard, and I can't tell you what, I know the sun's out and it looks lovely, but it's absolutely freezing. So I'm not panicking yet, because I've probably got 2.5 pound, he's probably got 10, 11. Not panicking yet. Because I've got the method line where I'm hoping to pick some F1s up from, and my corn line where I'm hoping to pick F1s, maybe a carp. There's a chance of a carp in this area for sure. So, you know, it's not prolific this, I'm having to wait for bites. And we'll just see how it goes. He's within the lake at the minute. There's just nothing, so there's clipped up in towards the middle. There's 5 lots of feeder fulls out there, micros. A little bit of ground bait. It's difficult to get my corn accurate. Can't go too far because of this wind, it's getting quite strong. And I thought, well, I'm not catching anything, let's just try and put a few pound in my net. It's never been prolific on here with skimmers on feeder. That's probably about the biggest one I've had on here. But at least I'm putting ounces in the net. Pounds actually. And let's just put some weight together whilst priming the other lines, because they can come on quite well later on in here, which is what I'm hoping will happen. I just thought, rather than just sit here doing nothing, which is why I've set this line up, especially with it being so cold, let's try and put a few pound in the net. I'd be over the moon if I could get 10 or 12 pound with them. I'm not saying I will, but if I did, there's always a chance of an F1 on this as well, fishing up maggot. That's where he's catching up maggot. I've had 2 skimmers, he's had big F1 and a carp, I think. That's just how it goes. He's definitely had 1 F1. So it's just a case of putting pounds together. Thought I'd give you an update. It's fishing like I thought it would be, absolutely ridiculously tough. There's been 5 fish caught on the lake so far. That's it, unless I've missed somebody. I've got a good view of everybody here. I don't think these have caught to my right. But let's just see how the day progresses. Trying to get a few ounces, a few pounds in the net, and hopefully a decent finish. That's what I'm hoping for. Hoping to get some out long a little bit later on. Excuse me. But it ain't easy, people, at all. Just if it were going to be easy, I'd be spooning these skimmers out, but even they're not wanting to know aggressively. So, tricky day. Let's just hope the little plan comes together. I love saying that. Right, but he's doing well now. He must have 10, 11 pound. I've probably got 2.5. Skimmer line. I've had another skimmer or 2. It's just gone round this time, and I think it's an F1. It's certainly an aggressive one. So let's see if we can get it in. Delicate gear, skimmer gear, people. Always tricky. And the guy to my left, he's had 3 now. So I think he's winning the lake. So I'm still priming my corn line. And I've not been out on the long line where I've left 5 feeder full. So they're my 2 other options to hopefully try and get some more carp and F1s. Come on, fishy, behave. I've just lost as well earlier. Last cast, beautiful bream. Felt really heavy. He's not wanting to come in. They've normally been coming in quite easy, these, on this gear, but not on this one. He's putting a mighty battle up. Let's see if we can get him, people. Let's see if we can surprise him. As soon as we lift him, they're off. Won't surprise me if it's a car, but I can't see it because the F1s don't seem to scrap like this. I get the rod down and they tend to glide in a little bit, but it's as soon as you start lifting, they want to go again, like he's doing there. Come on. We'll say hello to your Uncle Alan. Your Uncle Mighty. There we go, we've got him. Nicely. That'll do, we're still miles behind peg 51. Oh, he's got a funny mouth, funny shaped mouth on him. Can't see it hook. Yeah, we've got it now, we've got it. So we've got an F1, it'll be about 2.5, would you say, Dave?
Yeah, probably
not 3.
Not the longest fish.
So, let me get this hook off. It's gone right into the disgorger. So we've got 5 or 6 skimmers. Now we've got this F1, so we'll get back in. We'll keep feeding us the lines, and we'll see how we get on for the rest of match. We've got nearly just over 2 hours, just short of 2 hours. So we'll see you on the next one. I said I was going to have a look on my long line, and it's gone round after 3 minutes where I left that bait because it went a bit funny on the skimmer line after I'd had that F1. Apparently, peg 10's got 4 or 5. So that's why I've had to have a look on this. Just to see if we can get one. And luckily, it's gone round. Let's hope it's a decent one and we can keep it on, people. So I'm not out of it, and we've got an hour and 20 minutes. I need a few fish. I'm so pleased to see that go around. It's starting to feel like a decent fish, actually. It's an F1. Yeah, it's a decent F1. It's going to be at least £3. Just wrapped around me tip. Didn't need that, did I? Stay still, goddamn thing. Little mouths. I don't know. And he's swimming back into nets. So that's helped. We'll have to get back out there, see if we can get another one before we do that. Get that tangle out, we'll try and get back out and see if that's okay. That's okay, only just. Won't be okay after this one. So little yellow wafter, ground bait and micros. We need a few more people. Let's get back out there. That'll do, that's on the money where that last one was. No liners that time, just straight round. So we're not winning the lake or anything yet, but we're not a mile off the pace. He's got 4, apparently 4 or 5. He's got 3. He thinks he's only got £6, but I think he's got double that at least. My 2 F1s, 3, 5.5, 5.5, 6, 7. I might have 9 or 10 pounds. Don't know how big his. I might have 9 pounds. Don't know how big his fish are, but I definitely need another one. Or no, I need a few to try and win the lake. I've not seen anybody else catch anything. So we're not a mile off the pace. Let's just hope we can get a few more and take the lead. That's what we're after. Wish me luck, people. Right. I've had that F1 long. I've had nothing on the corn line. No more bites on method. I'm on to the skimmer line. I've had 2 chucks and I've just had a skimmer. I've just got another one. Got one on now, should I say. Not the way I wanted to finish. I wanted to finish with some F1s and carp, but nobody's catching. Don't know how the guy on the other side's getting on who had 4. But we've got about half an hour left, and I just thought I might as well catch something and just try and catch up with skimmers. It's the best we can do, people. So I'll get this ready and then we'll see if we can get a few more skimmers, hopefully a bonus F1. People, it feels like a slightly better skimmer, but I still don't think I've quite got enough. Got 15 minutes left, I think. I could do a bonus F1 latching on. But I think it's the only way how we're going to catch fish here today, fishing like this, because 2 guys to my right, Mara and Dave Eiley, have struggled. That's okay. It'll be 10 ounce or so, 10, 12 ounce. All ounces in the bag, people. Just need a few more of them. Not a lot of time left. Right, last fish I think, unless I get a decent one on. And we'll see you guys at the weigh-in. Well, what a tough day that was, and cold day, absolutely free. I know it looked lovely, but believe you me, that was freezing, absolutely freezing. So peg 53, I think I thoroughly explained the whole plan. I thought it was going to be difficult. I was hoping from where I was it might be a low weight affair, that ice. I forgot to mention, I think I did mention it actually, but I forgot to show you it from the off. It was completely covered, and then the wind got up, which I was grateful for because it moved the ice. But boy, it was freezing. I can't explain how cold that was. It was bitter, it was like burning your face, it was that cold. So yes, I've set the skimmer line up at about 19-20 metres. I've found a bit further out for some reason, just seems to be a little bit better. Nothing's really coming in too much short at the moment because it's gone clear and what have you. So I think I've put about 4 or 5 feederfuls out there, particles in, ground bait. And then, as you've seen, or as I've mentioned, because there weren't a lot happening, I was just casting about with bomber bread, bomber corn, fed a corn line, nothing for a good hour or so. Then I've gone out on the method in towards the middle of the lake. Nobody were casting there. I pretty much got it to myself. So I'm guessing there were 1 or 2 people didn't really know the lake and where you should be casting, but I've gone towards the middle without upsetting anybody because nobody was casting anywhere. I pretty much got it to myself. I thought I could have a really good run in that middle with nobody chucking there. And I had 5 casts. My plan was to have 5 casts. If there was nothing, leave it, go onto the skimmer line. Never had a liner. I couldn't believe it. I was like, that is unusual. You normally get fish on the method there towards the middle. Never had a sign. And nobody's really catching it. I think the guy to my left had 2 by now. 2 for about £10, 10 or £11. So I thought I'm going to have to put some pounds and ounces in that net. Gone onto the skimmer line. £2 skimmer to start with, or bream, whatever you want to call it. Then another one about 10 ounce, something like that. Then I've had a few more. I've got a few clips of me catching some skimmers. I've had a few more, and I mentioned that I might also nick the odd F1. So then I've had an F1 as well. I think I've had a couple of F1s altogether on that. 2 or 3 F1s on that line altogether. Then the guy to my left's had another one. I thought, damn it, he must have £15 there. I'd heard somebody else, I think it was Peg 10, had got 4. Somebody else to the left had got 4 or 5. We don't know what size they were. I thought I think I mentioned I need another 1 or 2. So I've gone out on the method and I've got one after 3 or 4 minutes. I thought, right, I could be in for a good run. Not it. Never had another sign. I've just unbelievable that, especially from like on the Tuesday, a few days earlier, once I got one on that method line, I had about 6 or 8, but nothing, no liners, no nothing. That cold definitely put them off. So I thought, well, he's not catching to my left. I thought I'll have to put a few more pounds and ounces in the net and see where we end up. And I think I mentioned to Dave, I think I've called him, what did I call him? I think I called him Dave Hiley. I don't know why I said that. I think I must have been thinking about the Guru Feeder Cup. It's Dave Shires, not Hiley. So ignore what I said. It's what happens when you get older. So I thought I'll have to go back on this skimmer line. And he came round and he wasn't catching anything one day, and he come for a chat, see how I was doing. And got a few more skimmers. He loved it. I was catching these skimmers. I really could do an F1. I think I need an F1. I lost one. I think I mentioned I lost one. I thought it was a big bream, and it's gone round. It felt exactly the same bump, and it really did feel like a big skimmer, bream, or whatever you want. When it came to the top, it was an F1. So I think I've lost an F1 earlier as well. And he was laughing. He said, I can't believe how that's just happened for you. Right at the death. I did have the F1. Then you've seen the weigh-in. Chris to my left's weighed in £14.11. I've weighed in exactly the same, £14.11. And a golden nugget to the final. So we've both made it to the final. So absolutely over the moon. Get in. Treble done in January 2025. People say what's going off. I don't really know. All I can put it down to is I believe what I'm doing is fine, and I think I've just had a bit of luck that I've not necessarily had before. Like Hallcraft, I think I drew an absolute flyer there. I think I've drawn decent on the Guru Feeder Cup. I'd had a couple of decent draws before I went on holiday. That wasn't such a good draw. I feel like I've swum the channel from that peg. I really do. I think that's probably my best result from where I was. Really wasn't expecting to get to the final from there. I think most people would be disappointed drawing that peg. The silvers definitely helped out, and so did the low weights. So another final for Nosh, 3 finals to go for. Let's hope we can put it all together. So that's a goldenrod, Guru Feeder Cup, and the ultimate bomb and feeder. Get in! Oh, I've absolutely made up, people. Absolutely made up. But what I've got to say, I think I mentioned, I wanted Loco. Looking at previous results, again, I thought £30 would probably win. 25 to £30 would probably win Loco. And the performance of the day, I have got to say, is to this young man. Lovely young man, Rome Frizzle. He's decided to fish for silvers. I think it's been mentioned on many occasions, silvers could help you win the match. He's gone for silvers, feeding a maggot line. He's gone on it, and I think he had, I can't remember, because it's a few days of this, I can't remember whether it was 76 and 96, but he's absolutely smashed the match. So what a performance on maggot. So it just shows you, and it won't far out, to try and keep it tidy. It says 12, like a pole line, 12, 13 metres, double maggot, bomb over the top, and it's all worked out hunky dory. What a performance. You got to mention my old mate Cookie. Well done, Steve Cook from Peg 17. Fancied it there. He had £48. You would have expected that to win the match. Out of the last sort of month or so, that would have definitely won 99% of the matches, apart from that one where Rome was caught from not such a favoured peg. Having said that, it can also destroy matches, which it's done. They can turn up in that corner where he was. So well done, Rome. Absolutely made up for you. Brilliant. And your other qualifiers, oh, Johnny Marshall, Martin Carpenter, I can't remember the other guy, so I do apologise. So we're all going to the final at the end of February. Really looking forward to it. Hope you enjoyed that video. It was nail biting towards the end, especially when I landed that last one. I thought, oh, this could be close, and it was. So there we go, people. Hope you've enjoyed that. 3 finals for Nosh in 2025. Let's hope we can keep it going. Let's have some great performances in those finals if we can. And we'll see you on the bank, wherever it may be next. I'm not sure. I've got that excited, I can't remember what I'm doing next. So there we go, over and out. That's the end of that. Don't forget, people, it is absolutely free to subscribe to this channel. Click that notification bell, you get all our videos as we upload them, and a thumbs up would be very, very nice. Oh yeah, it's the Feeder Master Winter Pairs this weekend. Woody will be really looking forward to that. I am, even though we're doing absolutely shite. Really looking forward to it. I'm sure he'll have a smile on his face. We'll be trying our best at Hallcroft on Sunday. So until then, take care, folks, and don't forget to fish on.